Hello and welcome to today's video where I will teach you how to handle on-click events inside the list in Android Studio. This is the third video in this series and I already explained in previous two videos. You'll find the links in the description below. So I already explained how to create a list and how to customize the look of this list. Now I will teach you how to handle the on-click events and then I will show you how to make the list dynamic. But for today's video, let me show you exactly what we'll do. We'll start with this application, which is already built, and you will find it in the previous videos. As I said, only we'll add a small functionality, which is when you click on any of the items, something will happen, some action will be performed. And in this example, the simple example, as I said, the easy way, what we do, we first show what is the position that we clicked. So we selected the item at whatever position we clicked, and we will change it so that next time when we click, it will show what is the selected item. So not the position, but the item itself that we clicked on. This will be helpful when you have lists with different items that you want to modify, to change, to work with them, or whatever it is that you need. This is just a simple example to show you how you can add actions to be performed when you click on any of the items inside the list. So let's go to Android Studio and see exactly how it's done. Opening Android Studio, I already have a project opened, and this is an application, a mobile app that I have developed in a previous video. This is just a simple list view and a simple list generated and displayed on the screen of the mobile phone. If you want to know how it's done step by step, check the comment section. You will find the link to the video over there. If you just want to know how to click an item and perform some action, then you can stay here. I will just recap quickly so you know what this application does. You have a text view with a title, and then you have a list view. And this list view inside will house a series of numbers, and these are the numbers. The numbers are declared as an array of strings, and what you have is let me move this. As I said, you have the text view, then you have the list view, you have the numbers, the string array with the predefined numbers. They are written over here. In the next video, I will make this dynamic, but for now, to keep it simple or as simple as it's possible, I predefined the numbers, so you don't have to worry about this. And you have an adapter, and this adapter will take from the strings, the number, in the context of this application, and using this layout, will create the list. And this is what it does. But right now, what we want to do is to add some sort of action when we click on an item. And for this, we will just say LV numbers, and this is the list view numbers, the list view object, and we just use set onItemClickListener. You double click, you say new, and the correct thing to select is the adapter view onItemClickListener. You double click on that, and the rest of the code is generated automatically. Now, what we have to put inside this onItemClick method, and this is what we'll do. Let's say we want to get the position of the item. We have a list of items, and when we click on one, we want to know what position was it that we clicked, the first, the fifth, the 10th. And for this, for example, we'll just say long. What I've done, I just declared a new variable, type long, and I said from the parent, which is the list view, dot get item ID at position and position where we clicked. So we get the position of the item that was clicked, and then we create a toast message. I have a video dedicated to explaining this, but just to keep it simple, this toast message uses the makeText method, uses the context of this application, then provides a text to be displayed. And I said item select that position, and then I just add this number that I've taken above, in the line above. Then I use this toast.length long. This is the duration that the message will be displayed on the screen for. And then you use show just to display the toast. And that's all you have to do. Now, instead of showing a toast, you might, let's say, here you might want to open an activity or do some math, calculate something, or you might change a text or a variable or whatever it is. The possibilities are endless. But for now, let's see how this works. So I will just run. Now the app has loaded in the emulator, and I'll just make it a bit larger so you can see. This is the list. And if, for example, I will press number 8, it will say item selected at position 8. Or 10, item selected at position 10. If I want to see the exact content of the item that I have clicked, it should say item 0010 selected. Let's try to change it so it does that. I can stop the emulator. And here, instead of the long variable, I'll just need a string. And I will call it item selected. And this will be equal to parent. And we'll get this time the item at position. Instead of get item ID at position, we'll get the item at position. And again, is position that we clicked. And we'll actually have to change this to string. Next, we will create another toast message, but for this, I'll just take the toast message from above. I'll paste it, and I will do the necessary modifications or alterations. So this time we'll have the same application context, but the text will say item selected. And we'll have here the other variable item selected. The rest we can keep the same, the duration and the show method. Of course, we have to comment the previous 2 lines of code. And with this change, we should see instead of the position that we clicked on, the content that we clicked on. The application has loaded once again, and this time I will zoom in again. If I press on 11, it will say item selected 0011 or 0010 and so on. This is helpful in case you need to take the content and do something with it, maybe change it, modify it, or whatever you need to do in your app. So this is just a quick, simple example of how to use the onItemClick. So you can perform some action when you click on a list item. In the next video, I will show you how to dynamically add and remove items from a list. Until that time, keep practicing, keep asking questions, learn, and hope to see you again in the next video. Take care.